We
Would
don't
China
think
recovery save the day? Because they're talking about the recovery picking momentum. I mean, Goldman has upgraded China's growth to 6% this morning.
Yeah, I think China is going to go a long way. Certainly, this sell-off was triggered by the financial market concerns and systemic concerns, but also by OPEC estimating a surplus in oil over the next 3 months or so. Now, we think that's temporary. Going into the second half, we expect China, in fact, to increase demand by as much as 1.3, 1.4 million barrels per day. And then we see a significant tightening in the months to come. And OPEC is very, very unlikely to increase supply and allow that market to tighten up if we have surpluses for the next 3 or 4 months or so. So the market is quite disciplined. Demand should grow, and I still look at oil at over $90 in the latter part of the year.
Over $90, okay, in the latter part of the year. So you see this as a knee-jerk reaction. But I still wonder what this does for Russia, that has been selling oil at roughly $25, $30 discount from the top, right? I think when oil was at 90, a report suggested that there was a $30, $35 discount being given to oil shipped from Russia to China, shipped from Russia to India. And so if oil prices, I mean, wouldn't this trigger a sort of a tough situation really for Russia? Because now it gets a bit competitive within OPEC plus members.
Well, certainly they are under a price cap sanction. And there is a spread between Russian crude and most standard global crudes. When WTI, when Brent goes significantly lower, that spread, I think, for the most part, is will be maintained or so, and that brings difficulty for revenues for Russia. Certainly Russia has been saying they will likely reduce some production down the road in response to the price cap. We haven't really seen a lot of evidence of declines from there. But, for now, that's certainly a risk. And yet another factor that down the road, as demand starts to recover, particularly in China, these markets should tighten up. And we should also mention that U.S. supply is probably unlikely to grow aggressively as well. They have labor issues. There are all sorts of other issues, least of which is the fact that there isn't a lot of money going into capital expenditures from cash flows in the shale, for example.